Hey guys, in this video I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to get a soaked carpet dry. So what you first need to do is identify where the water is coming from. For me, it was coming from my utility closet, and it was this humidifier was leaking from the corner. So once you identify where the water is coming from, you need to obviously cut off the supply so the water is no longer creating an issue. I turned this off so it was no longer dripping and leaking. But that water pooled up here on the floor, and then it got this carpet completely soaked on this half of the room. So first identify the source of where the water's coming from and identify whether it's a clean source of water or dirty sewer water, anything like that. You're gonna just wanna tear up your carpet, start from scratch. But this was a clean source of water, so I can try to dry it out. You're gonna wanna get this completely bone dry within about 2 days from when the water started soaking into the carpet. So time is of the essence. You want to get going as fast as possible to get that water out of your carpet. So the next thing that you're going to want to do is identify exactly what portion of the carpet, the rug, and the underneath pad have been soaked by that water. And if you have anything sitting on the carpet, you want to pick it up and get it out of the room so that you can vacuum up the water and get that evaporation going without any items blocking or trapping that water. So I took the items out of here that were on this side of the room. The next thing that I did was I got my shop vac and I set it up so that it could be used with water. So I took the air filter out of it, and you want to start with the suction side of your shop vac, getting the hose hooked up, and you just want to use that hose to get up as much water as you can. This is going to be more of the surface level water, but vacuum as much as you can. As long as you're still vacuuming out water, keep doing it. Get as much of the water out with the shop vac as possible. After that, the next thing you want to do is start setting up some airflow so that we can get evaporation. I set up a fan on this side of the room. There's a tricky corner over here that I wanted to get air going across. And then getting airflow underneath the carpet, very important, because underneath the carpet is this soft sponge pad. It just soaks up that water, and it's really hard to get dry if you don't have airflow underneath the carpet. So try to find a corner that you can pull up. What I did is the separation here underneath the door is where I pulled it up, and I cut this with a box cutter so that I could get access behind here, lift it up, and get the hose underneath there. And now I'm hooked up on the side of the shop vac that's blowing air out. We want to get that air blowing underneath the rug to increase that evaporation. And if you're having a hard time finding an area where you can easily pull up your rug, I recommend doing it in an area like in a door jamb if you can. Because the nice thing about this is I can put down a transition here, like a little piece of aluminum that they make those that go between the door jamb, screw it down, and then in the future, if I ever need to get under the rug, I can just take those screws out, lift up that transition divider, and get that air flowing again. Now at this point, we're trying to get that water to evaporate. So to increase your success with this, you want to make sure that the room is on the warmer side. Warmer air increases the amount of water that can be in it, increase the water that we can evaporate, and then try to grab with our dehumidifier. And I'll touch on the dehumidifier a little bit later. But another thing that you might think you want to do is open up a window. That's not the case. It's probably even more humid outside than it is inside your house. So you're just going to be introducing more water into the area, making it more difficult to suck the water out of the air. So I don't recommend opening up a window. You want a closed environment, one where you're getting that evaporation, getting the water in the air. And at that point, we want to have our dehumidifier hooked up and ready to go. We don't want to set our dehumidifier on the area that's wet. It can trap that moisture underneath it. So I set it off to the side. Ideally, you want a dehumidifier that can continuously run. So I have a hose that goes over to a drain over here, and that's going to allow this to run continuously. If not, you're just going to have to keep an eye on your dehumidifier. When the tank fills with water, then you're going to have to empty that out. But try to put it on a setting that's as dry as you can get it, whether that's 20%, 30% humidity, anything like that, so that it will continue to run and grab that moisture out of the air. Also, if there's just a continuous run option on your dehumidifier, you can do that as well. So we have our fan going there to get evaporation. We have the shop vac running through the blower side underneath the rug to get evaporation, getting that water into the air so that our dehumidifier can pick it up. So I'm getting more towards the end of this process. This rug on this half of the room was completely soaked and it's taken maybe about 24 or so hours for it to get to a point where it's actually feeling pretty good now. I had this blower running all night long. It's literally been running for about a day straight, and that has really been the big difference maker, is getting that air running over the carpet, getting that evaporation to accelerate by having that wind blowing that water up and out of the carpet so that it can then be grabbed by the dehumidifier. But I hope this tutorial was helpful, going over how to dry out soaked wet carpets or rugs that you might have in your home. I appreciate you guys stopping by, and consider subscribing for more content in the future.